Okay, can you see my presentation? I don't see that you see it. Otherwise, I can just talk.
No, currently we don't see it. That's another question for the colleagues in the technical booth. Ah, yeah, there you go. They can see both now.
There we go. Ah, perfect. Yes, perfect. So, good afternoon. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about automated feedback and introduce our deploy to grading system. Next slide, please. We all know that creating detailed feedback for student submissions is an exhausting and time-consuming process, especially if the feedback should go beyond right and wrong. And even if we took that time, due to the high number of students, the feedback would not be completed until weeks after the submission. The moment students receive their feedback, they are already thinking about the next assignment or even the one after that. They will hardly or not at all work with the feedback. And as a result of that time delay, students come to our session and will ask questions about the assignment or some basic questions in the sessions. So in the sessions, we waste our limited times for this, for the students, of course, important questions, but we don't have the possibility then to discuss other high quality questions with the students. And this is something, in my eyes, is very fundamental doing sessions with students, is to talk about other things than just the basics. Next slide, please. So our idea was therefore to create an automated process for high quality and comprehensive feedback. It was particularly important to us that the generated feedback is also really helpful for the students and that they can learn from it. So can you go 2 slides ahead? I skipped one. So deploy to grading is just such a tool. It uses well-known analysis tools, in our case from software development, to analyze the student submission and generate feedback from the analysis results. And the best of it, it's nearly in real time. So how does the system works? Next slide, please. And we have a little picture. First of all, the students work on the assignments and upload it to the deploy to grading system. The system then uses the configured tools to grade the submission. We use different tools to analyze different aspects. For example, in software development, we can use JUnit to check the functionality of the submitted code. So basically, does it run, and does it do what it should do? And with check-style, we can analyze the code from a stylistic standpoint and so on. There are many analysis tools for many purposes. So it's a matter of finding the right ones for your purpose and then to combine them correctly. So these tools already give us detailed feedback. For example, JUnit will tell you which function doesn't work like intended. Check-style will inform you if and where are anti-pattern in your code. That's basically bad code style. So we just have to collect the results, combine the results, format the results, and give this to the students as feedback. This process takes only a few minutes. Students can then use the feedback to revise their submission and upload a new version. The feedback loop then starts again. If we want to grade the submission, we set a deadline beforehand. After the deadline, we take the last submission and use the analysis results as a basis for evaluation. For each aspect, we have defined a metric which determines how many points are given to this aspect and from when on points are deducted. This next slide, please. Oh, I'm very fast. This system allows us to write an active feedback loop in real time for the students. The students can use the system to check for themselves if they are on a good way or need to rethink something. And in the sessions, we have no more time to discuss high quality questions because we don't have to talk about the basics anymore. Next slide. Of course, this system also has its limitations. The biggest one, you need the appropriate tools to analyze the submission. In software development, there are many tools, but I'm pretty sure in other disciplines, this may be different. possibly own tools must be developed. And this can be very time consuming to begin with. In addition, we only check whether the task has been solved correctly, not as the students really have understand what they're doing. That's something you can't check in automatic grading. So the last slide is also the end and should be perfect in time. Thank you very much.